Hello everyone, today is the application of inequalities. This is day 5, the last video before our test, which will be next week. Okay, so today a lot of word problems and application of real life. Okay, for example, the president must be at least 35 years old. Okay, so we're going to write an inequality. Okay, first we're going to state what our variable is. Okay, and our variable is going to be his age. Okay, so now I know that he must be at least 35 years old. So in there, I need to figure out, do I want less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to? Okay, so right here, where it says at least 35, that means 35 is the smallest amount. So when we're talking about inequalities, okay, which side of this inequality represents the smallest amount, or the smallest side? And it's this side here. So 35 being the smallest amount means that we need a greater than symbol here. Now, can he be 35? Yes, he can be 35 years old, so we have an or equal to. Let's look at another one. Okay, a car dealership sells at least 35 cars each week. Identify the variable and write an inequality that represents the statement. So, the variable is the cars. Okay, our inequality, again, we have x and 35. You can use any letter. All right, least. So least, okay, is 35. So 35 is the smallest amount. It's the least amount. So I know that I have the greater than symbol. So x is greater than 35. Now is it or equal to? Can it be 35 if it says at least? And yes, it can. So this one is x is greater than or equal to 35. All right, next one. You must be at least 18 years old to vote. Okay, so we have x, which is age. Okay, and then we have x and 18. And what do we know about 18? Okay, is that the smallest number or the largest number? Well, it's the smallest number, so I know I have the greater than symbol again. And can I be 18 and vote? Yes. Okay, so x is greater than or equal to 18. Alright, so the next ones. Okay, these are a little more difficult. Okay, your test scores in math are 83 and 87. What possible scores can you earn on your next test to have an average between 85 and 90 inclusive? Write an interval notation. So this deals with averages, and we know in averages we have to add and divide. Right now we have 2 test scores, but we're going to have a third one. So we know we have 83 plus 87 plus an unknown test score. And we're going to divide that by 3 because there's 3 tests. Okay? Now it's saying that my score needs to be between 85 and 90. So this is an and statement. So this is when what shade is between the 2 numbers. Okay? So I'm going to have 85 and then 90. Okay? And then we have to solve it. I'm going to go ahead and add 83 and 87. And I get 170. Now I got to get rid of the 3, so I'm going to multiply both sides, or everything, not both sides, but all 3 sides by 3. Here, it cancels. So you end up with 170 plus x. Okay, 9 times 3 is 270. Okay, and then 85 times 3, so 15. 255. Now I have to subtract 170. And I'm running out of room. Okay, I'm going to go up here. So this is 85. Okay, x. And then 270 is 100. So my test scores need to be between 85 and 100. Interval notation, remember it's an and. So my graph actually looks, okay, where it's shaded in the middle. Okay, so my interval notation would be 85 to 100. Make sure you get this one down. This one will be on the test. You have earned a mean of 92 on your past test. You know that you will score within 3 points of your mean. Write an inequality that represents your test scores. Okay, so we have a 92. Okay. right, and we know that we scored within 3 points of this. So that means I can score 3 points less, which would give me an 89. Or I can score 3 points more, which will give me a 95. And I know that I'm going to score within that range. So this is going to be an and. So all my test scores are going to be somewhere between 89 and 95. Okay, including those. An interval for this would be 89 to 95. All right, so remember, whenever you're scoring within 3 points, to add and subtract to get both your scores. All right, last one. We're going to solve this problem and state the property that's used. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to distribute. So negative 1.75 times x is negative 1.75x, and then negative 1.75 times negative 5, that's a positive, and that's 8.75. Bring down my inequality. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 2.5 is 7.5. Okay, and the property I used to get there is the distributive property. Okay. All right, my next step would be to move my x's. So I'm going to take and move the negative 1.75x and move it to the other side. Okay, you notice I'm putting it under like terms. Those cancel. Bring down my 8.75. Greater than 3x plus 1.75x is 4.75x. And bring down my 7.5. Now, what property did I use to get that? I used addition. Okay, I added 1.75 to both sides. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to move my 7.5 over, so I have to subtract. Okay. All right, 8.75 minus 7.5 is 1.25. Bring down my inequality. I'm going to bring down 4.75x. Those canceled. Now the property I used for that would be subtraction. Okay, and then my last one, I have to solve for x here, okay, just like I've been doing. So I need to divide. Oops, forgot the 7. And bring down my inequality, and that is about 2.6. Okay, and the property I used in that step is division. Okay, you will have one like this on the test. You just need to make sure you put the properties. You guys have a great day.